Hello folks, this is not a planned live, but I wanted to come online, or rather come on live and talk about, hey what's up, and talk about top 10 blog posts on TOYSREVIL. So basically just a description. I wanted to talk about this prior to every Monday. I have a weekly post where I talk about, or rather where I feature the top 10 blog posts on TOYSREVIL, top 10 blog posts. Let's click here. And what happens is it essentially features literally a listed top 10 blog posts on TOYSREVIL based on folks, let me click back to myself, based on folks clicking on TOYSREVIL specific blog posts. This is essentially, maybe to describe a little bit so folks will understand the premise of it. I'll be doing a lot of screenshots and maybe less of me because there isn't anything interesting of me, but a lot of it are based, you can see from the blog post here, there's always a countdown of 10 posts. I'm filming off my laptop. 10 posts listed and that have been for the past week on record. I wanted to show it on record because this is the clickable, my internal reference are not clickable, my internal references from blog posts that shows the literally top 10 blog posts. Doesn't make sense? Yeah. Sorry, Oolong is partially blocking here because I wanted to have something. I like his side eye, so maybe I'll put it here and shift him a little bit. So literally it shows the top 10 blog posts. And all these posts are based on readership and clicks. I'd rather say direct clicks from the readers. They are not chosen by myself. They are from the readers direct. Clicks are usually from Google searches or from when artists or folks provide a link to the blog post so folks can come back. So in the literal sense, if more artists posts on their social medias or whatnot to let folks know about my featuring them, it provides the clicks as well, and also shows essentially how much effect, or not consequence, effect when folks post linkbacks. So just to let you all know, it is not about me choosing, it's about readers. So what I'm going to do is do a quick rundown. Hey, hi everyone. What I'll do in this particular video, I'll say hi to everyone. I might not necessarily be reading a lot, but thank you for tuning in, and I'll just ramble on. It's a Sunday afternoon at 12. I don't have a clock next to me, let me see. 12:13 Sunday, 28th of November. The year is running very quickly. It's going to end very quickly. So what I'm going to do a quick rundown of the top 10 blog posts on my blog as of Sunday. And tomorrow I'll be posting the list based on tomorrow's listing, not necessarily based on today. And the thing about the top 10 list is there are always constant changes. Nothing remains the same even throughout the week. Daily constant changes. If, let's say, for example, right now somebody links back to a particular blog post that a lot of people click through and read, the viewership will go up as well. So it's always fun to find out lah. So anyway, I'm going to click back to the screen. I'm sorry, not so interesting to see the screen, but I'll count down from the bottom up and talk a little bit about it. So I think it's going to be fun. And number 10 is Splatterhouse 2. Rick from Splatterhouse 2 from Unbox Industries. Let me put Oolong here. Yeah, Oolong here with the side eye. Hilarious lah. Yeah, can you see that? Yeah, Oolong is totally sus looking at the page, man. So Splatterhouse 2 Rick from Unbox Industries. If you do not know by now, if you've not read my blog or anywhere else, it is currently on sale, or rather listed yesterday on Unbox Industries for sale. Let me see if it's still there. Let me click on the Unbox e-page info. It features a new figure form designed by Zectron, the last Zectron, based on Splatterhouse 2, and it's a more swole version of the first rig, which was initially designed by interpreted by Retro Band. Yeah, it's still available. It's here. That's rig. Yeah, we can see on the left hand side lah. Okay, Rick is still available for sale, so check him out. So Rick is number 10. Let's go back to, yeah, I think Oolong is just everywhere, man. My web page is based on the menu on the page left, whereas online everybody else is not necessarily the same. I'm looking at my laptop, not off a mobile phone, so it's trickier lah. Anyway, number 9 is my toy hoard at the Toy Animation Comics Convention, currently on right now in Malaysia. Very nice. At the Tropicana Gardens Mall, Santa Court, Malaysia. So they're there over the weekend through to November 28th, which is today. Today's the last day, man. So check them out. This is what you see. What is more readily viewable, actually, you check out their Facebook. It's all linked in my blog, so I'm not going to provide all the links on this video, which I will put on my IG channel later on. So you can see on the MY Toy Hoard, which is Malaysia Toy Hoard, live videos on deck, which is cool, from Edward and the folks at MY Toy Hoard, and plenty of images lah. Just check out their Facebook. We would love to be there to chat toys, but you folks can do it if you're in Malaysia, so check them out. So this is pretty cool. Wow, a lot of click-aways. Let me go back to number 9, 10, 10, 9, 8. Number 8. Number 8. Number 8 was last week's top 10 Toys Are Evil, which is very, I would say very interesting. It's always intriguing to me that my top 10 list is on the top 10. So this is top 10s. So what I've been gradually trying to do all this while, whatever top 10s I do are not just reposts of content from the past week. I'll try to update with new information as well that I might not necessarily change on the blog post, the original blog post, but at the same time let me add on additional stuff, like for example a new 3-hour video of the Stormy Vault's villain show, which you can watch on YouTube by yourself or on Facebook. I'll embed it anyway for folks to watch, or even a video of the Project Empty lighting up incarnation. Let me see, we can see here. Love this lah. I think it's super intriguing. I can go full page to see the light up aspect, which I'll just repeat now because I'm enthralled by it. With a magnetic key that clicks onto the back of the figure, that opens up, that has a cavity. Well, I'm doing commentary, man. A cavity that you can put a HUD in that, yes, lights up the figure by itself. So the batteries are not removable. The LED is built in, but the batteries are not removable. So once the light is, or the battery runs out, the figure cannot light up. I think that is super intriguing. The figure is based on mental health, so do check it out. I have a blog post for this, and another blog post will come up of my interview with the creator, Devaraj, which is currently viewable on my IG channel. Yeah. Number 7. Wow. Let's have a look at number 7 in the top 10 blog top 10 Toys Are Evil blog posts. Sorry, the screen. Sorry, you're filming off. I'm filming off screen here. Maybe I should alter a little bit. Yeah. Let me, as I adjust, I'll show myself and see my horrible face. Hello to everyone. Yeah, maybe it's easier like this. Still got oolong, still got page. Okay, I'll look it out lah. We'll sort it out. So number 7 is Quick's Friday offerings. So this is essentially his Black Friday offerings on bulletpunk.com. That if you have his hack access cards, which are basically what you get when you initially purchase the Black Alpha Omega TQ63 and Mariko set. So essentially this is for buyers and supporters of his work, an opportunity for collectors of his work to stock up. That's not the word. To have access to figures that might be sold out elsewhere, but he has in his event. So these are the figures that are available. Yeah, I should be not too lazy and just shift my camera a little bit. So these are the characters. These are the items available. So check it out if it's still available. If it's to your wants, if that's the word. 10, 9, 8, 7. Number 6 in my top 10 lists, top 10 blog posts. Sorry for the blank page. Load up is a bit slow on Sunday. Maybe because everybody's home and clicking on and reading online. Anyway, oh man, bro, I try to pronounce. If I pronounce wrongly, please forgive me. Bulagan, Pretend Blindness, Custom DKS by Arcade JL for Denial of Death. Group custom show that's currently now on in Art Toys Philippines, clickable on my blog posts, where the blank figure from Your Blank Here, Filipino creator, that's been customized, and the multiple figures are currently launched for auction on Facebook as part of Denial of Death. Yeah, so check it out, man. The next item on top 10 blog posts. Maybe I should click back to myself so folks will not wait. It's Ghost Trooper by Imagination Design Studio, where they use they utilize their Trooper Boy figure, which you can see here, which essentially is appropriation of a Stormtrooper and a character figure with wearing an urban uniform. Not urban uniform, it's urban fashions. And for this particular release, they have done a new proton pack sculpt. There's a part where you can see from the work in progress here, a new proton pack sculpt that alters the figure as a Ghostbusters appropriated character. Perfect for the launch of Ghostbusters Afterlife. I think it's genius. When it comes to appropriation, it's one thing when you appropriate pop culture, but I wouldn't say the right thing. It's not say the right thing, but the more effective way to do appropriation is to release it when it's relevant. Does it make sense? Where it's relevant, where even with a Google search or with random search or with hashtags, people are able to have a higher chance to source out your release. Does it make sense? Your appropriated release, because you're tagging on to piggybacking onto the hashtag, and it's topical. It's right topical, not right time. Topical is the keyword. So this is perfect. 100-piece edition. Check them out. Next online, nice. Arcade has 2 items on the top 10 this week. Well done, bro. And it is Shell Shocked custom MC Sewage. MC Sewage is the character, the racing character, created by Arcade JL, and in this instance is customized by Rice T-Raw. Bro, if I'm pronouncing your name incorrectly, apologies, man. So this one-off figures, 4 of them, creating the entire set, is available, should be available. You check out my links for sale. And this is also appropriated from Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. So I think it's pretty awesome now. TMNT is always in the forefront, oh, not forefront, one of the more appropriated iconologies in pop culture. So it's always recognizable after all these years. So well done, bro. Bruce 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. Wow, number 4, man. Number 4 on the top 10, shell shocked. Custom MC Sewage. So check this, folks, out. Let me click on MC Sewage. Do pimpology. That's what my blog is for. You pimp. That's why I pimp. So MC Sewage is part of the Sewage Tour, Arcade Sewage Tour. That the previous release. Let me click on for the slow download. That features nice Squid Game inspired custom by Studio PC. That's a short form for it. Studio P. Sorry, bro. Sorry, miss. Studio P. Squid Game inspired customs. Again, appropriation. But hey, man, it's the right time. Topical. Well done. Moving on. Go to number 3. Top 3 already. So this talk is gonna end when I reach the top lah. On number 3, click back to myself. See my face as I download. I keep on forgetting to do that. I'm just lazy. You know that people want to see my face on a Sunday. Going back. This has been doing pretty well. JP Toys exclusive Blackpink toy. This was a October post where revealed at Thailand Toy Expo at Home online edition. There's a video for it. Very cool, Thailand Toy Expo in Thai. No subs, but let me go full page with this. It's totally watchable, embeddable and watchable. And let me jump a little bit. Jump. I think it's fabulous where they literally unbox the figures. I mean, I wish I could see more videos of unboxing from creators, and if there's opportunity for creators to talk about their products as they unbox, and to me that's a pretty important aspect. I mean, I would love to be able to interview everyone, but not everybody would come to me for unboxing as well. So if if creators are watching this, I would highly recommend, as everybody move forward, that you can do your own unboxing. I think that would be pretty cool. Wow, in hand, man. Do your own hands. It's all cool, man. You can have commentary, you don't have commentary, but for me, the thrill of seeing the toys in hand. Wow, as in my hand. Of course, my hands ain't as pretty as these 3 girls. Come on. But I think it's fun. Anyway, click back. So essentially, this blog post showcases the Blackpink toys in figure. Here's Jeep, which I've not met, runner of Thailand Toy Expo, and as well JP Toy and JP Toy Galleries. To me, it's interesting because this blog post was in October, whereas since then I already have another post, an updated post, which I have left clickable, which ironically is not as popular as the original post. This is a post in November, whereas we have a straight up look at the figures through studio images, and even links to where to buy them, screen grabs, but even links to where to buy the items. That's the irony, that that used to be in the top 10 but now isn't. But anyway, it works lah. So bear in mind, this is K-pop Blackpink girls as figurines. which folks can argue is non-designer toy, but as stylistic as it is, I always put designer toys in, categorize it in the sense where you can let me click back to myself, where you know who the creator is, where the artist of the designs are mentioned and is credited. That to me is a huge part of designer toys than what folks might talk about expensive, or in a category where it's not media related, is licensed. But as important to me is where the creators are involved, and that's where be independent creators or successful creators, designers, craftsmen, the people involved in the collectibles are credited. And to me, that's one huge aspect of designer toys or art toys. And that's one thing which, as Toys Are Evil from day one, has always strived, I feel, to try to showcase. But the past 16 years is still striving. Let me click on to an upload I did of press, the recent press in the Singapore newspapers. Let me click back to the page. And there it is, where designer toys are showcased, but is of your usual characters like Bear Bricks, Cause, but at least names are mentioned, like Ron English. Cause is not mentioned. Is he mentioned? Jason Freeney, Michael Lau. So this is what the public sees designer toys are, or art toys are. Whereas in a in a toy game context where we are used to, it's of course far beyond that, but then that's our niche subculture that we are used to. So the fight is constantly trying to share, educate. I think education is the word, but a lot of times it's also a bit tricky. Now it's on my soapbox. You don't also want to educate so much. Folks might, I remember this many years ago, a particular brand of a company that still, the company doesn't exist, when they had a forum, when I blogged about something that they had just released, and I had received multiple DMs actually, and folks cursing at me and cursing me out, not cursing at me, cursing me out, scolding me for blogging about the toy, because of blogging about the toy, denied them the opportunity, or less of an opportunity, to secure their limited edition item. Doesn't make sense. I totally get what they're coming from, but at the same time, I can't disagree or agree. Of course I disagree, because that's what Toys Are Evil does, is to tell everybody what's going on, what's available, and check this out and go and buy it, go and find it. A lot of times, I recognized earlier on as well, I even blogged about stuff I wanted, and I end up not being able to get it, because maybe I blogged about it and more people wanted to get it, and then I lose out. Then to me, maybe that's part of the joy as well. It's one thing to own something and collect something, but another is to, the word is, which we used, which I totally used back in, 20 years ago. I had a chat with a friend who collected 1/6 toys as well. Back in the days where we literally poison each other, where a gathering of toy collectors are together. Of course we poison each other. By this time, if it's nice, hey bro, it's nice lah. You want to get this, you want it. And understandably, sometimes we don't fall for it, but sometimes we are swayed. That's the power of being in a collective, a collection of toy collectors, which probably in the past few years, because of the pandemic, you are thrust online instead, so you have a lot of online convincing of folks. But because it's online, then pictures do a bit more, and unboxing creates a bit more, not awareness, a lot of context, where in the past, where even collectors meet together, might not be as effective as it is now, because we don't get to meet. We talk online instead of where we used to have a weekend flea market where collectors will either organize to meet up and have coffee and talk about toys, or we bump into each other and just then end up sitting in a coffee shop. miss those days, man. Those days don't exist. Not because of COVID, even before that, the flea market closed, and people don't travel out much. I've been doing a lot of asking collectors what their top 10 toys are, and I'm going to start very soon for the year ending 2021. And one question which I've always asked everyone, I'm taking this opportunity to share as well, is what has changed? Obviously, online versus offline. And do people actually feel now, feel free to comment as well, does collecting toys feel like a solitary endeavor right now? Because you're alone in your room clicking add to cart. You're not meeting up, you're not going along with friends or fellow collectors to even pick up something up. Except for conventions which are slowly opening up as well. That's where you meet up. The context of shared passion and a hobby is so much more important than anybody realizes. At least for me. This is something which I talked about, and I'll talk about it again because I think it is important, at least for grown-ass middle-aged men like me, that we meet fellow similar age folks or even non-similar age folks, non-similar age folks at a toy convention or comic convention. At the first place, we're in a place where we are not judged. We are there because everybody enjoys what is being offered there. So we're not judged as compared to other average place. I mean, it's far be it I'm no longer a teenager where reading comics, I was judged by the masses. Dude, well, you nerd read comics. Now everybody read comics. Thanks Marvel, thanks CC. But I mean, I'm joking as I say it in that local the current context. But back then, no man, I read comics by myself. I don't tell people I read comics. Literally back in school in the 80s, I'll be looked down upon, man. And that's a literal sense. So I was a nerd when it wasn't hip. But the beauty of being in a comic book shop and meeting other fellow comic collectors that we might not be collecting the same titles, will end up sharing and standing there and talk about comics, which might be the same thing that we read about, but it might not be. Fast forward decades later, when in a toy convention, oh man, I miss toy conventions physically now, where we meet up and we can chat openly, stand and chat openly, and not be given the side eye. Let me take oolong later. You're not given the side eye by folks like, why is he looking at this? From ex-girlfriends to friends who like, why you grown men buy toys? Because we constantly say the word toys. Even after now we say art toy, designer toys. Doesn't make a difference. To them, toy, McDonald's, Minion toy. My kid also got this toy. It's like, the toys we buy ain't gonna give my kid to play lah. Let's just put it like that. I spend $100 on a resin toy that'll break. I give my kid play that. I'm being irresponsible. Not just because, and let's be very frank, not just because of the value of the toy, but imagine you don't want to traumatize the kids. Come on. I'm not married with kids, but I'm not going to traumatize my kid with letting a toy break. And it's like, yeah, no man, I'm not going to give them something that breaks easily. And no kids there, let me try and do that. They're going to bish, boy and girl. And it's gonna break, and it's not gonna traumatize them. Let's stick to toys that are durable for the kids and for the grown-up daddy and mummies. Let's buy our own collectibles. Having said that, sorry, I sidetracked way too much. I'm still trying to change oolong and block the pages. Come back to myself again. So for folks who have just come on, wave hello. So what I've been doing on this Sunday afternoon is to talk about my top 10 blog posts on TOYSREVIL. It's I decided to talk about it because every Monday I post about the top 10 blog posts for the past week based on statistics on my blog. And I'm interested too, as the year 2021 is not running down, it's ending. So I wanted to give a further explanation for folks who might not necessarily know what's going on, and also to straight up say, posts from my top 10 blog posts are not chosen by me. They're chosen by folks who have clicked on blog post, whether or not it's posted on social media, whether or not it's posted on Google, or rather it's listed on Google, and more likely it's posted by the artists themselves on their own social media pages. That's always the best way, because folks will click on those and then they'll click back to the blog, and that's where a lot of recorded links are from. And as well, other folks who want to share with other folks on their social medias, and I recognize that quite a bit, as much as from search engines, or search when you search for a particular toy or toys are evil, and that's where people link up. And as well, on a Toys Are Evil social, I spend a lot more time on my social media promoting linking back to my individual blog posts, because that's a need be now, and it's something I want to talk about later with other folks as well. But other than that, it becomes a need to now. But anyway, that's how my top 10 blog posts go. So coming back, so I've gone through the top 10 countdown from number 10 so far, and now I'm on the top 2, so which I'll run down and share with you folks now. So what's going to happen is, after I talk about these videos, I share this top 10 list, I will put on my IG channel after this live. So if folks want to refer, or you come on and you view this, you can actually see if there are any difference, because sometimes there are any difference between because not, how should I put it, I lost my train of thought. That's when I know I should be cutting short this IG, because my attention span is not necessarily that great. But basically, not every day's top 10 is the same. Depending on how many clicks, how many people read, it might change as well. Hey, hello Kubu Toy. I don't necessarily know what you mean, so I would say hello from Singapore to Chile. Anyway, coming back, so I will be posting this on my IG channel. Sorry, I'm losing my train of thought. So if folks want to see if there's any change tomorrow, on Monday I will still post my top 10 blog posts and see if there is anything change. Monday is my self-given day off, because Monday is on Western aspects a Sunday, I think, and viewership is not great. I try to give myself a day off, and rather than blog 7 days a week. And I am a workaholic, and I will eventually do that. But ever since stroke 10 years ago, because of me constant blogging, I have to find a way to give myself a sort of balance. But anyway, that's just me whining about my blog, my stroke again. So let me go back to the page. Number 2, I should have clicked on this. Currently launched on pre-order is Idea Kyo from Kensuke Creations and RX Customs. Nice lah. This is totally nice. 3-inch tall figure. This is superbly fascinating to me. I'll click on full page. I've posted this on my Instagram, this image. You can see the mouse. There's no way for me to show it. I posted this on my Instagram, but it's not a complete, you can see the turnarounds, but it's not a complete figure because there's no logo at the back. I'm not going to change anything. You can check out the wow, the page. This is the full image itself that has the IKEA idea, okay, idea, no IKEA, because copyright. I love appropriation when it's not just pop culture, it's life. And this is done by illustration. This is an illustration from Kensuke Creations from the Philippines, in celebration of literally IKEA opening in the Philippines. And when I read about this online, and I posted about this, it was only clearer when I read the newspapers yesterday. I didn't take a picture of it, when literally it reported that yes, the biggest IKEA store in Asia was launched in the Philippines. So that's pretty cool, man. IKEA, tricky, man. This is fine because it's just illustration. It's fan art, but yeah. Let me see. Let me click on, because do some pimping. That's what the Toys Are Evil is also. It's not just sharing what's available out there. It's also pimping folks and their releases lah. So I'm gonna pimp yours, RX Customs. Go to their shop and let me find the listing. Got listing or not? Still have lah. 60 US. Well done, bro. So it's the listing. Yes, Oolong is in the way. Okay lah, Oolong take a break lah. Full page. So check out rxcustoms.com for idea. Q 3-inch radiant figure. Nice lah. Have you changed your iconology? You haven't changed that. So check it out. There's supposed to be a logo here. Idea logo. So yeah, sales page. So I'll click away from this. Go back to my blog page, and this is number 2. Okay, number 2. And number 1. Okay, I'll click and go to myself so there's no uncomfortable silence. So what I'm doing, I've been showing folks, let me show you literally all the top 10s that I post about is based on your clicking choices. It's not chosen by me. I'm TOYSREVIL. Let me say up front, when folks say thank you guys, there's no guys, it's just me, and I lay claim to that. I have to lay claim to that. That's all just me, but at the same time, I see what's going on, and to me it's also fun. And number 1, which to me, congratulations Kelvin, is, I go to the page, Crash by Miku Toys. Since launch for pre-order. Yeah, man, nice. Kelvin, Miku Toys is Calvin Chan, 16-inch figure. Since launch for pre-order on Toy Den, and for international orders. Let me click to it and pick my brother out. Go on the Toy Den page. There it is. Currently on pre-order. Check it out, man. I wanted to also pimp my in-hand video. Go to my videos. I love my videos. I'm doing a lot more videos right now, and that's the intention. As you can see, in-hand video lah. So you can check out my IG channel. Oh, lovely, man, lovely. Okay, nice, well done, Kevin, for being number 1. So just to say again, these are all, let me go back to myself. Wait, yeah, sorry, wrong click. I have to find a better way to film all this. Maybe in the tablet. If I can afford a tablet, it'll be much easier. But I'm filming off my iPhone. But anyway, I've been talking about my top 10, and on the top of the past week on a Sunday is Miku Toys Crash. Yeah, that's the figure, man. Yeah. Congrats again. Let me come back to myself. So now it's the video is going to come to end soon. So thank you all for tuning in. I'll look at my comment section if there's any comments or questions. I very rarely do question and answers because nobody wants to find out anything else besides how to make toys. And this is something I'll address in another video. I'm not a toy maker. I've been recently getting a lot of DMs as well, but I'm not a toy maker. I've not released a toy on my own. Maybe I'll talk about that in a subsequent video. But other than that, right now I'm talking about my top 10 blog posts, and maybe give a little bit of a hack. How to, I've talked about in the past how to submit your toy news to TOYSREVIL. To me, it's very important. Oh my, I'm brushing my hair because I'm clean. To me, that is important because in a sea of creators, where a lot of people now do not necessarily actively promote themselves, or neither am I in a position as TOYSREVIL to see everybody's work. The importance of receiving emails with submissions, the guidelines I provided as well in all my media as well, of letting me know what's going on. That's one step. It's the same to me, like, and I'll take the analogy of a designer toy award as well, where you need to first nominate the toy before folks can vote on it, before it's finalized and awarded. It's the same as blog posts for toys as well. I need to be able to know what toys exist before folks can choose for themselves to click on to read and find out more. It's one thing when people click and it's a purchase post, then people go and buy stuff, but another where even blog posts right now, I have blog posts where maybe 3 years down the line, 5 years down the line, it gets on the top 10 as well. So the top 10 list is not just about the most recent, the most hot, but it's also about archival aspect where somebody somehow comes to read about something on a particular forum, on Reddit, or is referenced somewhere else on a forum that people want to find out about, where I'm actively trying to keep an archival aspect of it, where it is as important because suddenly people know about what you as a producer or what you as a collector has done, has made available, what to look out for. Get what I mean? Because a lot of toy collecting, I feel, even when I started out, I only see what's in front of me. I only see what's available. And once I get what's available and I hunger for more, at least for myself, I can't speak for everyone, but I like to think the context is similar. Once I like what I can get, I hunger for more from the artist or maybe fellow artists as well. The more I search for what's available. The more I search for what's available, I find, oh, this exists. Oh, they did this before. It's either I have a source. Right now, folks have social media. People just go straight to the source. Go straight to the artist. Do you have this? Do you have not? And some artists might give them a context of where to get. And a lot of artists have their own social medias like Facebook and communities where people can source out toys. So looking for an item is not as daunting as I imagine 20 years ago when I started out. Use eBay lah, you know, and shops that literally, it's the same as comic books. I remember when I started, I digress. I don't care, I digress. When I started out collecting comics as a teenager in school, there's a finite amount of money I have, and neither did I have the opportunity to work. I suck as a student, that's why I really need to study. But I didn't have the opportunity to work to earn money, which I did subsequently later, which I spent on comics. Even in army, my money was spent on comics. Anyway, where even for the lack of 10 cents, 20 cents, I might miss out on a particular comic. And I'm not a social dude, I'm just a shy boy. I still am a shy boy. And easy for me to talk to a camera, where as opposed to friends of the similar passion, but in a crowded situation, I'm lost. Anyway, where even for the lack of 10 cents, I'm not exaggerating, I can't remember where the titles are, but a few titles I'll pull my comics that I want from the display stand, and I start counting them. This was in the 80s, for Pete's sake. There's no calculator lah, and I'll count them mentally. My math suck anyway. Count them, and I'm missing 10 cents and 20 cents. I have to consider putting a comic back. And because I didn't cut any deals, I didn't make friends with comic book shops owners until later. When I'll pay you back next week or whatnot. And I did not have that. So having to put back one comic, two comic is a very real thing. But having to put back, and I realize this, I have to consider what comic I'll put back. Because it's no longer, it reached a point where it was no longer about what I want to read, but what I do not want to pay an elevated secondary price the week following. Does that make sense? So if I, for example, this is not Spawn I bought multiple copies of number one, but doesn't sell until years later. So imagine I have Spawn 1 in hand. Top my Carling Spawn. Now look at it, I can't afford this now, I can afford everything else I know to read. But I look at Spawn and think, oh, the secondary price go up next week. will it become double the price? You have to think about stuff like that, and we predict the future when we cut. If not, we all buy lottery and we win, but end up having to go through that. Stressful as a teenage boy to think, would this price go up? Would this price go up? Nah, I think this one will, so I'll buy this instead. I'll put this back. And I can't remember titles, but I know it's never a done deal, because I'll go back next week to pick up this one comic book or two comic books which I cannot afford, and realize, wow, they doubled the price. The price doubled over the week, and what I had probably never doubled price for the past 10 years. So it's in that context, I'm rambling past. In that context about toys as well, if you don't buy now, as limited as it is, then you fear, oh man, I have to pay a certain sum in a secondary market, or I'll wait for APs, and when creators say, oh, I got AP coming, I got artist proof coming, artist proofs edition, and it's like 20 pieces, then you freak out. It's like, out of 150 pieces, you only got 20 pieces. Maybe I have a chance. Maybe I have a chance. So everybody has this. There's the context of FOMO is real. I haven't been able to actively financially support my addiction to toys. Addiction, I'm not going to lie. But at the same time, the fear of missing out element isn't there anymore, because I don't fear because I cannot afford. The irony of me blogging about toys, I don't necessarily blog about toys. I don't care, because I like what I blog about, and I like what I blog about. Initially, it's like, oh man, will I sell out? I don't cut deals with the creators. I very rarely, because I don't believe in that. Maybe I'm an idiot. Probably I'm an idiot, but I don't cut deals, or I don't email anyone like, hey, can save something from me. I don't. So I miss out. I miss out a lot. I always missed out a lot for the past years of blogging. But at the same time, I think that's the joy of collecting. Yeah, it's a downside of it, but it's the joy of collecting. Because if I can buy everything that I blog about and buy everything I want, that'd be great, isn't it? That'd be... Anyway, the more I say, the sadder I get. But anyway, that's besides the point. So maybe as I ramble on, is about collecting toys right now, ability to collect toys. And when I started out, and losing my train of thought was about the top 10 blog posts. So in the context of, as I remember what I'm talking about, the context of letting people know the toy exists, where people click to read about it, then it gets on the top 10. It's not just for people getting to click on my blog, because in the context aside, due to whatever technical reasons, I'm not earning advertising on my blog anymore. So the AdSense, which as of today, I received the email that ad serving is, I'm not earning money. I have not earned money since July last year. So advertising on my blog based on ad sales, sorry I'm whining, is not relevant anymore. But at the same time, then I'll choose to go my directions of what I want. But having said that, it's about your toy. I address this straight on creator as well. It's about your toy being promoted, because I know it exists. You email me, and when I blog about it, and as a creator, you link back to my posts, and to let people know it exists, and people click. And then that cycle is something that is needed right now, because there's so many creators right now. There's so many toys right now. That it after a while, in my context, it is probably different from creators and collectors, because you like what you like and you stick to what you like. But in my context, there's so many right now. Everybody's spoiled for choice, not spoiled to buy. I put that aside. I put all the finance aside. But they are spoiled for choice, and there's abundance of toys, collectibles being released right now. There are tons, literal tons. I know there is not on my blog, because I don't know it exists, and I suddenly realized that ET is staring me at the back. I didn't recognize that. But there are tons of, sorry, I'm distracted. There are tons of product out there right now. So it is the ecology is such that I really need folks like yourselves to do the link backs, and then that's where people will know what's going on. Imagine this, and I've talked about this before, and I'll say it again. I blog about your stuff on Monday. And imagine every other blog talks about your stuff on Monday. on a Monday, Tuesday, different time zone. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday is still in the same story. But by Wednesday, it might be in the second page. Your news might be in the second page. By Thursday, by the rest of the end of the week, your news confirm is subsequently in the page on the back. So if somebody goes only to the front page loading of whatever blog and whatever post they can show, on Toys Are Evil, I leave about 15 blog posts. But once my particular post has multiple images and videos and Instagram embeds, right, the amount of stories on the first page is drastically shortened. Sometimes instead of 15 blog posts, I think 20 blog posts, when we see intro images, right, I might leave only 2, might end up only 1. That's why when somebody goes to the main page and they see how come like it looks only there are 2 posts or 3 posts, because I post a lot in my blog posts. But having said that, then it is not relying on a particular front page of any blog that you go to. I can't speak for other blogs. I do not necessarily research other blogs for this, so you, as readers, you'll check it out. But at least on Toys Are Evil, the importance of keeping your stories or the stories of your creator that you like in the system where people constantly clicks on the read beyond that Monday and Tuesday is important. So link backs, if you want to choose to link back, if you want to be shy about it, I totally understand. Even for myself, hey man, I'm not going to be shy about it, man. I'm going to link back at least a couple of days or the 2 days gap, because of the sheer number of content out there. If I happen, and we are all in the victims of, to me, I'll say this, we're all victims algorithm right now. Even social media doesn't necessarily effectively work. I'll see what is on your feeds only when I see it. If I miss out, I miss out. So it's constantly keeping everybody in the circulation, linked to read. Link back is always great, but if it's a two-way street now, if nobody does it, then your story is gone. At least for a period of time before somebody finds it and discovers it and links it, then that's great, you know. But then that's just me in my context of Toys Are Evil. Having said that, this has been. Sorry, I'm seeing myself fading already. I recognize myself fading, low blood sugar. Having said that, I've been talking about top 10 blog posts, and I also recognize that in lieu of blogging as much, I might do a lot more vlogs. Recognize my eyesight has been dodgy, my spelling has been pretty bad recently, so I'll talk more. So if folks are willing, yeah, I'll talk more. But the irony of having a toys blog is seeing toys. It's not necessarily about me talking. I'm not a personality for that I can be an influencer to. What can I influence you about? I have nothing to show you unless I can show you an older toy. I show you toys. Where's my oolong? I can show you my oolong and tell you this is from Dragon Ball. The name is Oolong. It took me a while to recognize. Loving the Side Eye by Oolong Piggy. I bought this in Bandung. I can only tell you stories. I've come to realize I'll tell you stories of toys where I bought it, because I don't have new battle stories or where I buy new stuff, because now battle stories are how long I click, how quick I click. I won't get cut, jacked or whatnot. No offense to folks who are missing out on toys. It's not about that. But even Oolong, this was bought in 2009. I went to Bandung. Was it in Bandung or was it in Indonesia? In Bandung. I picked it up in a toy shop. A toy shop that I bought a bootleg Dunny from as well, that I blogged about in the past. I think it was a Baroness bootleg. But I think it's a legit, this is a legit, I think it's a legit. It was bagged with a header card. Because not everybody can put a header card, so you can't really, yeah. But the condition is cool. This is not supposed to be a review, but I'm impressed because I found my oolong again. So it's the piggy oolong, and it's like articulated vinyl, got imprint, so probably it's legit. But yeah, oolong. Yeah, put along the side. Anyway, sidetrack. Again, a lot of sidetrack. Anyway, this has been about yeah, wow, nearly 1 hour. This has been about top 10 blog posts. If folks who have just jumped in, I will be uploading this video onto my IG channel, so do check it out. If you want to listen to me ramble and talk about top 10 blog posts, and what's it about for 54, counting down 55 minutes. Other than that, I will end this live now. Thank you all for tuning in. Wave hi to everyone. At the same time, bye, and have a good weekend. And maybe after this, I might do a toy review. I'll take a break. I'll take a lunch break, maybe. But anyway, thank you all for watching. Have a good weekend.